It's about the present perfect simple.
Okay, the present perfect simple. Yes, I have. I am in the page.
All right, so I'm gonna provide you with some grammar explanation so you can make a reminder of this, okay? So as you
Okay.
probably know, the present perfect tense is used for the following things. First of all, to describe something that started in the past and continues to the present. That is the most common use. We have lived in this house ever since we got married. That could be an example. The next one. To describe events which occurred at some time between the past and the present. Exactly when they happened, it is not known or it is not important. For example, I have been to Poland 3 or 4 times. It is not exactly, it is not accurate. Number three, when you are going to talk about something which occurred in the past, but in an unfinished period of time, which includes the present. For example, Judith's boyfriend has phoned her, 3 times this morning, and it is not even 11 o'clock. Okay, that is an example. Number four, to give news of recent past events which have some relevance to the present. For example, Lizzie has had an accident and she is in the hospital, but she is okay. The next one. After the expression it, this, or that is the first, the second, or third condition. For example, this is the first time I have seen this program. This expression is really common in the bit of first exam. In addition to that, the present perfect it is not used to refer to past events if the specific time at which they occurred is mentioned. For example, in this case, the simple past is used. For instance, present perfect we have you have told me that joke before, when exactly it is not important here, right? But in the past simple we have you told me that joke last week. This is the specific time that is mentioned. Okay? And for this we have some time expressions. Number one, the present perfect is commonly used with ever, never, just, recently, so far, still, yet, and already, when referring to a period of time up to now, up to the present. They haven't booked their holiday yet, or we have only lost one game so far this season. Or for, the expression for is used with periods of time to show how long something has lasted. For example, I have known Eric for 20 years. Or since is used with points in time to show when something started. I have had this time since 1984. And that is all about the present perfect. There is something that you didn't get it at all, maybe?
Mm,
Or is it everything clear?
is everything clear, I
Yeah,
suppose?
yeah. Present perfect, it is not that difficult. So tell me, let's go back to the student's book and we have which of the five expressions above can be used to explain the use of the present perfect simple in these sentences. From A to H. Alright? And the following descriptions are here. Number one, to describe something that started in the past and continues up to the present. For instance, people have used the phrase Black Friday since the mid-19th century to refer to the days of national disaster. 2. To describe events which occurred at some time between the past and the present. Exactly when they happened, it's not important. Many have criticized today in the US for the strange places on stuff at the big stores. Okay, that is. The next one. To talk about something which occurred in the past but an unfinished period of time, which includes the present as well. I have already picked up several bargains this morning. It means that it is still in the morning and I may pick up more bargains. Number 4. To talk about recent events, past events with some relevance to the present. For example, Black Friday has spread around the world. It now takes place in countries such as Spain, Brazil, and South Africa. In number 5, to talk about when first, the second, and the third time when something has occurred between the past and the present. I can believe this is the first time you have heard of Black Friday. So tell me, number 1, letter A. Your parents have just arrived. I can hear their car. Which one of these descriptions can be used to explain the present perfect here? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5?
Okay, I have just only have to choose one answer, one sentence.
Yes, one by one. Can you help me, please?
The letter B is possible.
Letter V. Let me see. To describe events which occurred at some time between the past and the present, and exactly, it is not important. Let me see. Yes, it can be. Number 2. To describe events.
Okay, letter C.
No. You have to choose one of these descriptions from 1 to 5, these ones. And which one is the one that best fits or best describes every single sentence from A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. From this one. To describe something that started in the past and continues into the present. Number 2, number 3, number 4. What do you think is the best one?
Letter F.
No, we have to do it one by one.
Okay.
Yes, so please. Letter A. Your parents have just arrived, and I can hear their car. We're here. I have highlighted this. Which one of these descriptions is used to describe the present perfect in this specific sentence? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5? We have to write the number next to the sentence, okay?
Okay.
So tell me, what do you think it's the correct one? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? It says, your parents have just arrived, right? Yes.
Yes.
And I can hear their car. It means that something, in this case, that the act or the fact that has occurred, it is continuing up to the present in some way.
Okay.
So what do you think is the best description? I think it could be number 4, to talk about recent past events with some relevance to the present, because it says that
Awesome.
you're just right.
Yes.
Yes, it could be number 4. Number letter B. So letter A, number 4. Okay. Or it could be number 2 as well, to describe events which occurred at some time between the past in the present, and exactly when they happened, it's not important.
Yes, of course. This is letter B with the number 2.
Yes, I have known Kate since we started the school together. I think letter B is number 1, because it says that you have known Kate since you have started school together. Since you started school
Number
together.
1.
It's something that started in the past and continues until the present.
Person 2.
Yes. So letter V, it could be number 1. Letter C, she has worked in a number of different countries. What do you mean by this sentence? What do you understand by this sentence? It means that
That
she is no longer working there, or is in somehow it could be that she is working right now in the present.
uh, for me, in the present, she is not continue working anymore.
Yes, right,
And
because it says that she has worked in a number of different countries. It is a past event. It is no longer happening. So what
yes,
description could be?
about the number 5,
Maybe number 3
number 3.
or number 4 as well, because it's a recent past event with some relevance to the present. Or number 3, to talk about something which occurred in the past, but in an unfinished period of time, which includes the present. It could
Okay.
be. It could be number 3. Yes. Letter C, number 3.
Mhm.
Letter D, this one. That must be the 10th time you've told me that joke. Really easy. This is the description number 5. To talk
Number
about
5.
the first, the second, the third, and so on, etc. And it says the 10th time you have told me that joke. So, letter D, number 5. Great. Letter E. Benny has already sent me 15 text messages this week. Be careful with this, with 15. It is not the description number 5. The first, the second, the third time. No. It says that he has sent you 15 messages this week. Number 3.
Number 3.
Yes,
What?
something that occurred in the past, but in an unfinished period of time, which includes the present. Yes, because it says that Ben has already sent me 15 text messages this week. In some way, somehow, it is up to the present. Letter F. So letter E with letter number 3. It could
With the
be
number 2, if possible.
number 2 as well. Let me see. To describe events that occur between the past and the present, exactly when it happened. No,
No.
because in this case, this week is mentioning where specifically when it happened. And number 2 says when exactly it happened is not important. But this week, it means that it happened this week. This is the period of time, exactly when it happened. Letter F.
Letter F.
Yes, Mr. Avery has lived in that house for over 60 years. Someone has lived in that house for over 60 years.
The number 2.
Yeah. No, one more time not because it says that it is not important when it exactly happened. And it's in here is mentioning the period of time. Over 60 years. What
The
do you
number 3.
what do you understand by this? That someone has lived in that house for over 60 years. It could be possible that this person might be living or no longer living there.
Yes, of course, in order to emphasize how many years the the subject.
Yes, so that is why number 3, as you told me, right? Something that occurred in the past, but in an infinite period of time, that includes the present. Or as well, number 4.
Number 3 or number 4.
Yeah, because it says that it is a recent past event with some relevance, some kind of relevance to the present. It could be. Letter G, sorry. This film is very familiar. I think I have seen it before. This is really easy. I have seen it before. It is not a specific time. It is number 2. To
Okay,
describe
yes, of course.
events, yes. Between the past and the present, and exactly when it happened, it doesn't matter. It is not important. And the last one, letter H. I've lost my glasses. I have lost my glasses. Can you help me look for them? What do you think is here? Number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? No, number 5 is not. It is not.
The number 4?
Number 4, right? Talk about recent past events with some relevance to the present. Perfect. Yes, great. So let's take a look at the answers. Letter A was number 4. Yes, 4 because it says that it's a recent past event with some relevance to the present. Letter B was number 1.
Yes, number 1 was letter B.
Letter C, number 2. Letter D, number 5. Letter E, number 3. Letter F, number 1. Letter G, 2. And the last one, letter H, number 4. And that's it. Okay? Those are the answers. Now, I would like you to tell me, please, to practice some speaking, 4 true sentences about yourself using the present perfect. So please help me out with this. Describe in 4 sentences some things that are true for you about yourself.
Okay, I have to choose one of these situations?
No, the situations that you want. It's up to you.
Okay. Okay, for example, I traveled to Mexico.
I have traveled.
I have traveled to Mexico.
Mexico.
On in 2018. It's possible.
Yes. Or you can say maybe it's just an example, right? So far, I have traveled to Mexico 3 times, for example. That could
3
be.
times, of course.
It's just an example, yeah. So please keep going.
And I visited the Independence Park many times.
Yeah, that is perfect.
I have traveled to Puebla, and I have visited Cuernavaca. Many times I've visited Acapulco.
Okay.
Yes, and there is a lot of places to visit and to have good memories of this country.
So have you been to these places?
Yes, of course.
No, really, it's an interesting experience.
Yes, this is a very beautiful country. It's so beautiful.
Yes, in Mexico, you told me, right?
Yes, with a lot of handicrafts and a lot of culture that this country have. For example, in music, clothes, a lot of handicrafts they have. It's incredible. They don't like to separate the cultures with indigenous people and mestizos in this case. They are all in one direction.
So in this case, I want you to tell me what memories do you have of your day at this place?
Um, I don't remember that. What do you?
Maybe
Could you please repeat?
the most memorable experience that you have had there.
Okay. This is for example, I remind that I've visited a lot of museums and some of the places that have a lot of uh, cultures and some spaces that are very different from Ecuador, for example. Mexico, the DF is a state. It's a lot of has a lot of people, for example, that predict the cultures, and there are a lot of stores, parks, in this city. It is a main traditional or ancestral part that it is called ya no me acuerdo cómo se llama la parte central de
Okay,
México, por
so
ejemplo.
you don't remember? I don't know as well. No, I don't know as well.
Don't you
Mexico.
know?
No.
It's so beautiful. Sí, es un país enorme, enorme, no
Yes,
me
I
imagino.
guess. Yeah, I'm
Ujú.
most interested in American culture and in England culture. I really like to read about how is the American lifestyle, the British lifestyle as well. And how much time did you spend in Mexico?
Eh, like a month, it's possible. Yes.
Like a month. So I guess that you have the chance to realize what is the economic movement in this place, in this country.
Okay. Some of a part of this country, people work in from the tourism, especially because they can have to, for example, the food. This is traditional, and it is they have a Nobel Prize. The food in this country is declared as a human mankind of the humanity. For example,
Okay.
they have a lot of companies. They have a lot of places to visit. And this is an interesting, a really interesting place to know and to visit.
Yes, I guess. I hope to visit Mexico someday.
Oh, that's really. They have a lot of companies. For example, in Puebla, there are some cars company that they can have to uh, make the cars.
Yes, that is okay. So with that being said, we're going to keep on working on the next page, okay? This is about paraphrasing and recording. The next page, please. So we have here an exercise, and from 1 to 8, the exercise from 1 to 8, we have to complete every single gap with one word so that the second sentence has the same meaning as the first one. It is kind of similar to the keyword transformation, okay? The second sentence is taken from the Black Friday on page 102. The reading that you carried out on the last lesson, okay? There is an example at the beginning, but there is here some important. Please, I would like you to help me out following the reading, okay? What is to expect in the
Yes.
exam? Paraphrasing, which is the same as making, in other words, a sentence, is relevant in all areas of the first exam, the bit of first exam. For example, in the reading and the listening tasks, multiple choice and multiple matching questions are often paraphrased. and what is written in the text or said in the recording. That is why it's difficult to remember the one that it is. You have to listen and complete with a word or a short phrase. That is the paraphrase part. In the writing and speaking papers, you should avoid repeating the same language and use a wide range of vocabulary and structures. That is so important. In the part 4 of the reading and use of English paper, the transformations test your ability to paraphrase. That is so important. Because by paraphrasing, you are going to record in your mind some useful vocabulary. It's a powerful strategy to record vocabulary in your mind. So as you can see here, this one, I'm going to highlight it here. People associate the biggest shopping day of the year with chaos in shops. In the next sentence, with another words, it is retail's biggest day of the year is known for in-store chaos. As you know, we complete with noun and we change the sentence just a little bit, but with the same meaning. Number 1.
Okay.
The press love it because of the chaotic scenes that usually occur in the shopping aisles. So it means that it is a media. What word do you think it's here? Remember that this short extract has been taken from the reading that is here. This one, Black Friday retail. So tell me, what word do you think it's here? It is a media because of chaos that commonly erupt in the shopping aisles.
Mm.
What word is missing here?
It's a medium.
Favorite is the answer. It's a media favorite.
Favorite?
Yes. It's a media favorite because of I think the words are here. The words. Can you see? A media favorite because of the outbreaks of chaos is here. You see?
Okay.
The outbreaks of chaos.
Outbreak.
What do you
Outbreaks.
mean? What do you mean with outbreaks of chaos? Do you know what is the meaning of this?
No, no, teacher.
No? If you talk about outbreaks of something, it means that in Spanish we could say los brotes de caos. Outbreaks.
Brotes de caos.
Yes. There take place in this kind of days of Black Friday, especially in the stores. That is why.
It is from this story.
Yes, it's from this reading. It's a media favorite because of the outbreaks of chaos that commonly erupt in the shopping aisles.
Okay.
Number 2. The answer is on the lines 9 and 10.
10.
Let me see
Okay,
where it
this
is.
is
Yes.
the New York Stock Exchange collapsed, bringing about the Great Depression.
Yes, so the answer is bringing about. This is a phrasal verb, and actually this is very common to appear in the B2 first exam. Do you know what is the meaning of bring about?
No, no, teacher.
There
I
you
don't
are.
know.
There you are in the previous sentence, the same. The New York Stock Exchange collapsed, causing the Great Depression. So what is the meaning of bringing about? Remember that we are paraphrasing. Causing the Great Depression or bringing about the Great Depression, which is the same. So the meaning of bring about is to cause something.
Causante de.
Yes, causar in Spanish. Bring about. Bring about is the phrasal verb that means causar. And that's it. This is another, and it is really, really useful for the, especially the written part, the writing say. It is like an idiom. Yes, it is an idiom. Number 3. The day has been criticized in the US because of the stress it causes staff at the big stores. The next one. The day has been criticized in the USA for the strain it. The answer is on lines 36 and 37.
It places
Yes,
on.
that is why it is involved, because the whole idiom is the strain it places on something. Do you know what is the meaning?
No.
If you talk about the strain it places on something, it means that the pressure, the tension that it places on something. In Spanish, we could say la tensión que crea en. The strain it places on something. In this case, on the staff at the big store, at the big stores during the Black Friday. That is the meaning. Black Friday, number 4. Black Friday has only really become popular as a label within the last 20 years. So this is another phrasal verb, caught on. Black Friday has only really caught on as a label within the last 20 years. So what do you think is the meaning based on the previous sentence? Caught on. The phrasal verb, caught on. It's caught on.
And what? Where is the answer in for this number 4?
It says that it is on letter A, it says. I don't know if it is here. Let me look for it. Oh yeah, it's in the answers, the letter A. You see? Whichever of these reasons is correct, Black Friday has only really caught on as a label within the last 20 years. You see?
Yes, really caught on.
Yes.
Caught on.
So caught on means to become popular. That is the meaning of this phrasal verb.
To
To
be
be,
popular or to
yes, to
become?
be popular, to become a trend, to become popular. Caught on.
Trend.
Yes.
That's very new for me.
Yes, for example, in Spanish, we could say this sentence: Black Friday has only really caught on as a label within the last 20 years. Se ha popularizado. Has really caught
I
on.
am.
Yes, that is. Because we're using the present perfect. Number 5. These practices might include stores artificially increasing the price of goods beforehand. So, these practices might include stores artificially inflating prices on goods in. This is a synonym of beforehand, in advance. Release.
In advance.
In advance is beforehand, de antemano. And that is the answer. In advance. Number 6. Or temporarily selling inferior products just to ensure that they have enough to sell. The next one says, or temporarily selling inferior products just to demand. This is a fixed
Oh,
expression. Sorry?
excuse me, teacher.
We are in number 6. In here. And the answer is in letter B, sorry, from the answers. Letter B is here. This might include stores artificial inflating prices and goods in advance only to then slash temporarily freeze just to meet demand. Yes, to meet demand means to reach up to the expectations. Cumplir las demandas. Meet demand. There is a fixed expression.
Cumplir las demandas.
Yes. To meet demands. Number 7, the next one. We know that the current use of Black Friday originated at least as long ago as that. That is. So this is another idiom. Black Friday, as we understand it today, can be traced at least that.
Back
Yes,
at least.
back at least that letter D is
That far.
that far. That is. If you talk about that something can be traced back, it means that se remonta a. Can be traced back at.
Can be traced back.
Yes. At least that far. Hasta allí. At least that far. And the last one, number 8. These events resulted in-store security finding themselves unable to cope. So this is hence we have to in-store security finding themselves unable to cope with. Really easy. If you talk about resulted in, it means that these events led to in-store security.
To a store.
Yes, led to.
Repeat a word in.
In.
This preposition in.
In a store.
Yes. These events resulted in a store.
Yeah, it is because the verb here is resulted in, resultó en, and then in a store. That is. It is always when you said that something resulted, you have always to use the preposition in. For example, you can say, I have been many times using the same, what can I say, the same pencils, for example, and it resulted in it breaking it. That is it, resulting in. And the answer is led to. Condujo a, led to in-store security finding themselves unable to cope. And let's check. So you can see this is a breaks favorite bring in. That is, it is a media favorite because of the outbreaks of chaos. Number 2, bringing about. Number 3, this the strain it places on the stuff. Caught on. Number 4. Number 5, in advance. Number 6, just to meet demand. Number 7, can be traced back at least far. Number 8, led to. And that is. Now, we have here, as you know, paraphrasing, as I told you, is a very useful way to record vocabulary in your mind. So what we have to do here is to rephrase the following sentences from the article and record both sentences in your vocabulary notebook. Yeah? You don't need to change every word in the sentence, all of them, just some of them. And as always, the first one has been done for us as an example. Black Friday takes place every single year towards the end of November. And the paraphrase sentences, Black Fridays occurs. You know, we are replacing takes place by occurs every year near the end of November. Or we can say as well by the end of November. So I need you to help me out paraphrasing the sentence number 2. Black Friday has become an annual fixture and looks here to stay. How would you paraphrase this sentence, my dear Sarah?
For example, Black Friday. Black Friday occur and on Black Friday organize an annual fixture and looks here to stay.
Yes, it could be right, but we have to change it a little bit more. And the book has provided us with an example. For example, you can say Black Friday now takes place every year, right? Instead of saying annual fixture, and it looks as if it will continue to do so in the future. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That is. It's a little bit difficult, but you have to get used to this kind of paraphrasing. The next one. Number 3. How would you paraphrase this one? Workers would frequently call in sick. And by the way, have you ever heard about this? This is an idiom. Call in sick.
What's the calling sick?
For example, when you are ill, you call for your at work to inform that you are sick. That is calling sick. Dar parte de baja por enfermedad. That is calling sick.
Okay.
Yeah. So what could be another way to say that? Workers would frequently call in sick. According to you, tell me, please. How would you paraphrase this?
That, for example, the majority of workers, when they
Or
are
maybe just an example, you can say instead of saying workers, you can say employees, right? You see?
employed.
Instead of saying would frequently, what is a synonym of frequently? Often, for example,
Usually,
or usually, or often,
usually,
or every
often.
so often as well. For example,
Okay.
the book has provided us with the following example. Employees would often phone their workplace, right, to say they were ill. You see? Really easy. Employees would often phone their workplace to say they were ill, which is the same. They often call
Okay.
to their workplace to inform that they are ill. The next one. Number 4. In extending their opening hours often to midnight. How would you paraphrase this one? In extending their opening hours often to midnight.
It could be, for example, that employees are extended your opening hours
Frequently,
usually
for example,
frequently
right?
to midnight.
Yes. But the book has provided us with the next example. In increasing, instead of saying extending, their opening hours, the number of hours they stay open. You see? The number of hours they stay open, which is the same as their opening hours. Often the midnight to midnight. And that's it. And the last one. Amazon has been credited with bringing this very American event to the UK. And the book says some people, right, say that Amazon is responsible for bringing this very American event to the UK. And that's it. You see? Instead of saying Amazon has been credited with bringing this very American event to the UK. It's a little bit difficult at the beginning to get used to this kind of paraphrasing, right?
Yes, it's so very difficult because I don't know that some idiomatic expressions
Yes, that is why you have to know, for example, you start from the basics, right? From the basics, for example, instead of saying, it's just an example, it's a comparison. Instead of saying, I am scared, you can say, I am annoyed, right? It's a little bit advanced. Or instead of saying, for example, you can say, for instance. Those are synonyms.
Yes, for instance.
And that is why you have to get used to this kind of paraphrasing. For example, in here, instead of saying frequently, we can say often. Instead of, for example, extending, increasing, and so on. That is the way that you have to work out your vocabulary.
Yes, of course, teacher. Everything, I think.
Yes. So I guess that we have time. Yes, we have time for the last part. That is the listening part. This is the listening part for the multiple choice. You are gonna hear a part of a radio interview, and you have to choose what is the answer. Okay? So I'm gonna play the audio very quickly. 7.2, where it is. Yeah, I think it's ready.
You will hear part of a radio interview with a woman.
Yeah, so here we go.
You will hear part of a radio interview with a woman called Holly Ridge, who is writing a book about villages. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B or C.
With me today is Holly Ridge, who's writing a book about village life in the modern age. What's the title of your book, Holly?
If only I knew. I just can't seem to come up with one which will both reflect the content and encourage people to buy the book. My editor suggested 21st century village life, but that didn't sound very inspiring. We'll need to agree on one soon because the publisher is currently putting together its autumn catalogue, well in advance of the publication date.
So what for you is a typical village, Holly?
Well, I'm not sure there is one. People usually imagine a pleasant square or green with a pretty church, picturesque old cottages and a slow pace of life. This is not entirely wrong and does go some way to describing villages, but it doesn't take account of what goes on in each one. What you see are just the stages or film sets, but the stories played out on them are all very different. Each village has its own personality, its own peculiarities, and functions in its own particular way.
But there are certain types of village, aren't there? Commuter villages, for example.
Yes, that's right. People who work in large cities are bound to be attracted to villages which are within reasonable travelling distance. Some locals will tell you that a large influx of commuters has changed the appearance and nature of their village, turning it into a small town. Commuters have different priorities, they say. They don't contribute to the life of the village. This may or may not be true, but more worrying is the fact that their arrival pushes up house prices, which become so expensive that the original inhabitants, young families in particular, have to move away.
And that's also a problem with second home ownership, isn't it?
Well, yes, the buying of houses for use as second homes can have a more devastating effect on some villages. They might be lively, busy places at weekends and in the holidays, but they'll be empty the rest of the time, almost like ghost towns. Only the older residents remain, so there is no longer that mix of generations which is so beneficial for the life of the village. And shops, health centres, libraries and village schools are forced to close.
And are there any ways of preventing this?
I think there are, yes. Let's not forget that villages are places for people to live in, so the important thing is to make people want to come and live in them. And to attract a range of people, you need a range of housing, from the picturesque old cottages I mentioned before to more affordable modern houses. That might change the look of a place, make it less appealing to the eye, but it will help to keep it alive, so it's a price worth paying.
The Localism Act could help with all of this, couldn't it?
Certainly, yes. The Localism Act makes it possible for ordinary people to bring about improvements in their community. It gives them legal powers to get more homes built, provide better local services, or stop a school closing. It's a lengthy and complex process, but basically, residents draw up a neighbourhood plan of what they want to accomplish and submit it to the local council. The council can either turn it down or approve it, in which case it goes to a referendum for all the residents to vote on. And if at least 50% vote in favour, the plan is activated.
Very interesting. Now, I know you live in a village, Holly. Is it doing well?
Yes, it is. It's in very good health. It's just outside the commuter belt, but we have both a primary and a secondary school and 1 or 2 shops and cafes. I enjoy living there. It helps that I've set up a small gardening business, so that puts me in contact with others. And I know most people in the village, at least to say hello to. I'm on friendly terms with everyone.
Sounds ideal.
You will hear part of a radio interview with a woman called Holly Ridge, who is writing a book about villages. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B or C.
With me today is Holly Ridge, who's writing a book about village life in the modern age. What's the title of your book, Holly?
If only I knew. I just can't seem to come up with one which will both reflect the content and encourage people to buy the book. My editor suggested 21st century village life, but that didn't sound very inspiring. We'll need to agree on one soon because the publisher is currently putting together its autumn catalogue, well in advance of the publication date.
So what for you is a typical village, Holly?
Well, I'm not sure there is one. People usually imagine a pleasant square or green with a pretty church, picturesque old cottages and a slow pace of life. This is not entirely wrong and does go some way to describing villages, but it doesn't take account of what goes on in each one. What you see are just the stages or film sets, but the stories played out on them are all very different. Each village has its own personality, its own peculiarities, and functions in its own particular way.
But there are certain types of village, aren't there? Commuter villages, for example.
Yes, that's right. People who work in large cities are bound to be attracted to villages which are within reasonable travelling distance. Some locals will tell you that a large influx of commuters has changed the appearance and nature of their village, turning it into a small town. Commuters have different priorities, they say. They don't contribute to the life of the village. This may or may not be true, but more worrying is the fact that their arrival pushes up house prices, which become so expensive that the original inhabitants, young families in particular, have to move away.
And that's also a problem with second home ownership, isn't it?
Well, yes, the buying of houses for use as second homes can have a more devastating effect on some villages. They might be lively, busy places at weekends and in the holidays, but they'll be empty the rest of the time, almost like ghost towns. Only the older residents remain, so there is no longer that mix of generations which is so beneficial for the life of the village. And shops, health centres, libraries and village schools are forced to close.
And are there any ways of preventing this?
I think there are, yes. Let's not forget that villages are places for people to live in, so the important thing is to make people want to come and live in them. And to attract a range of people, you need a range of housing, from the picturesque old cottages I mentioned before to more affordable modern houses. That might change the look of a place, make it less appealing to the eye, but it will help to keep it alive, so it's a price worth paying.
The Localism Act could help with all of this, couldn't it?
Certainly, yes. The Localism Act makes it possible for ordinary people to bring about improvements in their community. It gives them legal powers to get more homes built, provide better local services, or stop a school closing. It's a lengthy and complex process, but basically, residents draw up a neighbourhood plan of what they want to accomplish and submit it to the local council. The council can either turn it down or approve it, in which case it goes to a referendum for all the residents to vote on. And if at least 50% vote in favour, the plan is activated.
Very interesting. Now, I know you live in a village, Holly. Is it doing well?
Yes, it is. It's in very good health. It's just outside the commuter belt, but we have both a primary and a secondary school and 1 or 2 shops and cafes. I enjoy living there. It helps that I've set up a small gardening business, so that puts me in contact with others. And I know most people in the village, at least to say hello to. I'm on friendly terms with everyone.
Sounds ideal.
Alright, so I'm providing you with the answers right now.
Okay.
Number 1 was the item B. Okay. Number 2, letter B. One more time.
Yeah.
Number 3, letter C. Number 4, letter A. Number 5, letter A. Once again. Number 6, letter B. Number 7, letter A. Those are. So we have 7 questions. And how many right answers did you get?
3, teacher.
How many?
3.
Only 3.
Yes. And the question number 6, what was the correct answers?
Letter B.
I have letter B. B. Okay.
So you have
And the
4.
7, okay, 4. Okay, this is it. I wrong.
Yes.
I was wrong.
That is. Okay.
4.
Yeah. That is. So remember, we have here some phrasal verbs that are really useful. To come up with means to think of something. Put together, to produce. Go on, it means that happen, as you know. Turn into, make something change into something different. Push up, make something increase. Bring about, as you know, it's to cause something to happen. Draw up means to prepare and write a plan. Turn down, to reject, and set up, start a business. Only some useful vocabulary. And to get finished this lesson, I need you to tell me, from your overview, what are the advantages and disadvantages of living in a village and in living in a city? Which one would you prefer? Tell me your arguments, please.
From these pictures
Yes.
that we have picture. Okay, you can see as a color teacher your online book. I didn't have. I have with a white and black paper.
So you printed your book.
Yes.
Okay.
I have
great.
print.
That is really powerful, because the power of handwriting is really effective.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me, from your overview, your personal overview, what do you think it's better, to live in a village or to live in a busy city?
I prefer to live in a village, because in a big city, that's true. That's kind of this.
There are more facilities, so you can access to a whole in a wide range of services. But for example, these kind of things like the traffic and so on, it's really chaotic.
The traffic and were chaotic. Yes, of course. People were stressed, and anybody wasn't. Anybody for me wasn't happy. All of the people has with a stressful, and they are so illness, because living in this kind of confused, there are people something intolerant, that they don't have any time, and everybody is on time.
Yes, that is. According to Holly in the listening task, she was talking about that it is a really delightful experience to live in a village. But what about villages in our country? Can you describe maybe the place you live in? What are the villages like in your city, for example? How similar are they to those that described Holly in the listening task?
Okay, for example, we have here a village in Cuenca. In Cuenca, there is a lot of places without stressful. For example, in the streets, they have a lot of organization on the streets, in the avenues, many things that all of the country then can have to copy this situation, because that's very good. In the village, they don't have wire on the electric wire in some avenues, for example, and a lot of do you know Cuenca?
Yes, yes, I have been to there. It's a
Yes,
really beautiful city.
yes, of course, and I appreciate that all of the organization that the authorities has in order to keep all of these village as a beautiful place to live, and this is um, this is an important and touristic place to visit every year. It is possible.
Yes, that is okay. So with that being said, we're gonna get finished today's lesson. Okay, so please, would you mind turning on your camera just for a while, just to
Okay,
take
teacher.
this attendance screenshot.
What happened with the other students?
The other students, I don't know. As far as I know, they work at night, and what they do is to take a look at the recorded lessons, and that's it, to keep it up the pace.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because as far as I know, they work at night, so they don't have time to join the lessons.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah.
This
So
day was very
I'm gonna send you this link through the WhatsApp chat that we have, so you can practice the keyword transformation regarding the past perfect and the present perfect tenses. Okay. And you have to
okay.
send me the screenshot of your results. Yeah.
Okay, and
That is.
you to share has to
Yes,
share in the
I'm gonna
WhatsApp.
send you this link. Yeah, I'm gonna send you this link
Okay,
in the group. So
okay,
that is going to be
please.
your homework for the next Wednesday, sorry. Yes,
Wednesday.
that is. I'm sorry. So thank you so much
Okay,
for being here, and I hope to see you on Wednesday. Bye bye. Have a good night,
okay.
my dear.
Have a good night too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.